Alright? I'll do it. I'll try and because that gives me more room. You should still be able to pick up. Got to do it differently. Um, Learning to love my mother. That's what this is all about. Struggling to love my mother, wanting to love my mother, knowing that I love my mother deep down, but some of the time feeling resentful about her being in her own place. She ensures that I am supported. I don't have to deal with material things. I have food to eat, I have a nice room to be in, I have everything I could possibly want, somewhere to walk, shops to go to. For me, the simple life, so that I can use the time I have wisely to imagine, to create, to write, to express, to consider, to discover, to reveal, to create, the creation. And yet, in the resentment that seems to arise because I am both fortunate and also reliant on her. But this is also about her, that as much as I want to do my own thing and do my own thing as a lot of the time, I can't do my own thing all of the time. And she needs help. And I'm reluctant sometimes to give it. I feel so disconnected sometimes that I just don't feel like I care. I'm just letting go and, in a sense, waiting for her to die. I know that she will die. I don't know when. I don't want her to suffer. I don't want her to have it harder than it needs to be, that she's having her own experience, and I am supporting that. I am part of the care package, part of the support network. But she looks after me. She gives me, in return for my presence around her, which is, our relationship is unique, and I don't see that Denise around anybody else. She's only that Denise around me. That's why I struggle to see her with my sister now that I've felt able to be sort of around them, that we do things more as a three. And we went through a period of time where they only did things together. It was just mother-daughter time, which I think they preferred because I just wasn't very good company. But still, mum is different with my sister, and my sister doesn't need to challenge it because she doesn't live here like I have. So that we've had to, that it has to have grown up a bit, our relationship. And it has. I think it's done what it's supposed to do. It's not finished, maybe. There's more to do, maybe. There's always more to do if there's more to do, but I have to be careful because it's easy for me to start to feel guilty that somehow I'm not doing the right thing. I'm not helping her as much as I could. Maybe if I just did that. And then it starts to become a rule where I'm having to make conditions with myself. I'm having to do something. I must be wanting something back from it, and I don't want anything back from it. And then sometimes I get something back from it, and I realize I don't want that. It's so complicated that it's easier to just let it be. I know what I need to do or can do or could be inspired to do in this moment, and I want to watch for that so I can, while at the same time I don't want to neglect her, so I do things for her, things that are physically difficult, routinely, so that she doesn't have to worry about them or she knows what will happen. Just certain things, while she also wants to keep her independence as much as possible and also wants to ensure that I don't feel obligated. that I'm not doing something out of some guilty obligation. I have to be genuine. I need to not be hypocritical. So that's why I'm struggling when I don't feel that I can show her what everyone else wants to see, what they take as this means love, this means I care because I do that. Be alright, you know. Just a heart opening. It's as if I'm withholding it from her because it's some way of getting back at her for what I feel has been inconsideration, lack of thought, she doesn't get it, so it's hard for me to blame her when she doesn't understand how I am and who I am, because she just doesn't. And we've spent so little time with each other in my adult life that there's no opportunity to do so. But life has brought me back here, and that is what is happening, and it makes me feel closer to her, but I can't get too close. And if she feels things opening, which I know she has of late, she's overwhelming in her love response, which smothers it, which puts it out. And so while I haven't given up, certainly just before she went in, I kind of just let go. I really needed to just let go. And then out of the blue, 1 day's notice, she's in hospital. No big lead up, no we're going in 2 weeks, no it's coming closer. And so there's all this build up, or I don't know how she actually had 6 weeks, because she was supposed to go in for her previous operation several weeks before, but something, life interfered with that, and it had to be put back so that she would be in right up to Christmas Day. Very interesting that was. But all of that had build up to it. It went on and on. You just want to get it over with, and so did she. It was a necessary operation for her quality of life. But this one, no warning, bang, you're in, and you're going to have at least a week off. In that reality, having the operation tomorrow, it being successful, but she's in pain, but she has to heal, and she's looked after by the nurses, and she gets to eat, and she gets visited. She becomes the center of attention, which is where she likes to be. That's where she's most at home, where everyone's there for her, and she's talking, she's holding court, and everyone gives her a hug, and everyone loves her, and they brought her a gift, and here's flowers. Oh, it's fantastic. She's so overwhelmed. It's amazing. Genuine. It's a genuine thing, but yet it also feels too much. But that's who she is. So she's going to be in the best place for her to have that experience. Surrounded by people who want to be there. People phone her all the time. I don't need to compete. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm not trying to do it like they do it. The birthday comes, you've got to write the card, here's the card. Oh, so thank you. And you put the card out, and everyone sees the cards, and it's your birthday. That's how they've always done it. Now when I see it, it makes me feel like it's children. Why are you putting birthday cards out? You do it for the kids. It's good for the kids, but adults, it's just another number. It's just another year. You might go out for a drink, all right. You can acknowledge it, but why do you have to kill some trees to commemorate it? Why do they have to be displayed? Look at my friends, the people who love me. They've remembered. See, I don't need all that. I don't get it. Although it does happen. It did happen over my birthday, unexpectedly, just a few words, unsurprising, and that I like because I wasn't expecting it and no one had to do it. But that's it. Don't have to go any further. Don't need gifts. It doesn't have to be treated like you give children a present. We're adults. I don't know. That's just the way I see it. So my mum, who doesn't really want help easily, doesn't ask for help easily, wants to be there for everybody. It's very difficult for someone who's genuinely feels themselves to be willing to give something, help somebody, offer advice. She's always there. She's always, even strangers, she's always willing to talk to people and have a laugh with them and say something. It's good. I've observed her do it, and it's good for the world. I've seen other people do it. They're good for the world. But she's physically weak, and in the hospital, it's supported, and anything happens, she can be made comfortable. And there's many people who will visit her, and she'll see different faces, and she'll have interactions with everybody. She'll know everybody's name. She won't get to see her tennis. It's the only thing she was disappointed about. The television in her room doesn't have that channel. She's watched many, many matches in her life. It's just another. But I know she likes it, and if even in that moment when she thought about it, when she said it, I just for a moment, is there a device she could have, something she could get it? Could she watch it on her phone? No, that's way too complicated for her. But I would still have, if there was a valid solution that could have worked, that she didn't have to be a part of, she could have just pressed the button or just picked the thing up, I might have tried to do it. I think what I'm describing is love. But she cries very easily. She's so sensitive. I don't cry very much. I do cry. I have cried. But I have been a little not emotional, not like that. And I know how important a good cry can be. Good weeping, good complete release. It's a very cathartic experience. I haven't had one for a while. Maybe one's coming.